Hi everyone, welcome to BumbleBeeCrafts. Thanks for tuning in to a Fabric Friday video from me. It's autumn crafts now. I'm in full swing of making some autumn fabric fun, and I'm going to start off with leaves. So I went ahead and made some here, just testing out how I was going to do them to show you guys, and I just love them. They're so cute. I think these are really fun to do, and they're great to use up little scraps of material and everything. Now, I'm not very good at drawing freehand or cutting freehand. I much prefer templates, so I've gone ahead and made some templates here. These designs are from my scan and cut machine, and I've just cut them out in 2 different sizes, and then I've done that 3 times, so these are 3 thicknesses of card. The card is just some thin card that I have. Oh dear, excuse me, that's a good start, having a sneeze. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so yeah, as I said, I do like to have some templates, so I've gone ahead and made myself some templates, and I also found these in my stash as well, of card making bits, so I've gone ahead and just drawn around those roughly. And then these ones I have done freehand, so I mean, if you're good at drawing freehand or even cutting freehand, then you don't need templates, but me personally, I do prefer to have some templates. So what I want to do first, before we get into making these gorgeous leaves, is I'm going to cut these out and do that 3 times, stick them together, so I've got myself some more templates like that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera. What else you will need to make this is just any fabric that you think would work for leaves, for autumn leaves. I mean, this is my stash of autumny coloured fabric. It's not necessarily scrappy bits, but if you've got scrap ones, they would work as well. With these, I have backed them with a piece of calico, just some thin little calico, just to give it a bit of stability when I put it through my sewing machine to do the vein stitches on them. Now, I'm not a quilter, so I don't have any wadding, and with all the birthday splurges that I've had recently, I wasn't going to buy any wadding for this project, so I didn't want to use a second piece of the lovely top material on the back to give it some strength, so I've just used a piece of calico, and then when I've cut around it, I've gone quite close. On some of them, I've even gone just inside of it. It just gives it a bit more strength, basically. So they're the supplies you'll need. Obviously your scissors. If you do make yourself some templates, then you will need some pens or some chalk or something to draw around your fabric. These ones are easy to wash off. They're you just wipe over with a damp cloth and they disappear, these ones, which I got on Amazon. You can get all sorts. You can get water soluble, you can get dry air soluble, so you have to work quite quickly with those ones, or you can get dressmaker's chalk. So they're the kind of bits that you do. So I will finish getting my templates ready, and then I will be back and we can carry on with some lovely autumnal leaf fun. See you in a mo. Hello, so here we go. I've cut out all my templates that I drew. I've started to use that one, so there's a bit of ink on there. 3 thicknesses thick, so I've got a nice batch now of autumn leaves that I can use as templates for different things. Like I said, I'm not confident of drawing freehand or cutting freehand, so my templates are really my guide for these. So what you need now is to cut out some from the fabric. So I've gone ahead and drawn some on here. As you can see, the pen is already fading, and it does fade. And if it's some of these pens are, I think these ones are the wet ones, aren't they? Yes, yeah. Okay, so we've drawn around those. This is that lovely yellowy material that I got from my birthday stash, and I definitely want to do some leaves for that. But I do think this purple is going to be a bit too strong, so I'm just going to grab my other yeah, I see where it is, my other case. This sits in with my slow stitching stuff because I've got one for one and one for the other, and I'm just thinking that let's see, let's just test in the corner. Thinking the pink might be the best. Yeah, I think the pink might be. So I'll just leave that over the back there, because then all you do is just wet it and it disappears. And that shouldn't, it does show through a bit, but I think the pink still would look better. So now it's just a case of drawing round my leaves. Like so. What should we have? Should we have you there? And you'll fit like that. I'm trying to, so like this is a nice rough edge. I will use that edge, like this bit will stay on the leaf. I'm trying to position them so that I take advantage of some of these rough little edges that I've done. I think we need one of the smaller ones from under here. That's going to go nicely in there, isn't it? Now I want all this rough edge, so I'm just gonna I'm not gonna bother taking out that little notch. I think it's gonna look lovely. What else have we got? Should we do one of these? I haven't done one of these yet. I don't think it really matters, does it? I'm going to, because can we then get that up there? And then just, and that then can go down there. Excellent. Okay, so if we do that and then use this, maybe it'd be better off turned over, give it a bit more space. Yep, it would. I'm gonna do that like so, and then I've got the space here to draw around this one. Oops. That's why I like templates, because they get inked up and messy and I haven't got to worry then, oops, as to what I'm drawing around. There we go. So that's that one. Let's fill this whole one and then we can get them all cut out. Let's see. Yeah, I want that one there. So there's that lovely little one here. I'll leave that to the side. That's a good filler, that sized one. What haven't we done? Haven't done one of these. Let's just see. I'm going to get a leaf out of there. Oh, decisions. I've got so many leaves, I don't know what ones I want to do. I'm going to go with this one. And we'll do that with this one here, look. So the goes off there like so. Like that. And then does one of those fit in there? Oh, it does. Look at that. Like so. There, that's full. Okay. So let's do some cutting out. That goes with that one. One leaf. I've got my little bucket here to drop all my scraps in because I keep all of these. Oh, that's going to be lovely. Now that is a very, very basic shape of a leaf. As I said, you don't have to do anything fancy. If you're just not confident, you can do them like this. Right, I'm just going to, like I would cut up if they were card, cut them round like that. Keep that straight. Excuse me. I'm just going to have a drink of water. Oh, so what was sneezing? On the first little bit. Now having a cough. Hopefully it's just my fibro, because that gives you a lot of flu-like symptoms. So hopefully it's that and I've not got an actual cold. I'm going to just trim this one while I've got it in my hand. Yeah, that's another leaf. See what I mean about having that lovely little edge there? I love that. Okay. These pens are already starting to fade, which is a good thing. Yeah, I've been wanting to do these for ages. I see them on Pinterest, and the ones that I've seen on Pinterest have been done with wadding in between them, so they're more like you would make a quilt. But I'm not a quilter, I've never made a quilt, so I don't have any other wadding or anything like that, so I just thought, okay, I'm going to have a little bit of a play, see how we can do these. And this one's going to be tricky because it's the maple leaf kind of design, so I might have to just keep going in like this and do it. Come on. See how we... The other thing you could do as well, which would be quite cool, is use pinking shears if you have pinking shears. I do have some, and I only ever use them for fabric, very rarely. Oh, that's turned out all right. Look at that. Let's move them out of the way. Oh, isn't that going to be lovely? Yeah, that's really good. Really pleased with that. Shall we do, I've got my pinking shears here, so you get the idea, drawing around them, cutting them all out. I've got some there. Let's just do a quick one in, here we go, there's a bit of scrap here we can use, and I want to do one with the pinking shears, and I'm just going to do, let's see which side is which, that's that side. So I'm just going to draw around this. Actually, yeah, I'm going to draw around it. Let's just do it like this. I know it means I'm going to be wasting a bit more fabric on this one, but I want to cut round with the pinking shears. And I need a bit more of a space around it. Oh, these are stiff. I need hubby to give them some oil on them. And there we go. That's a funky leaf, isn't it? Yeah, pinking shears would work really well. Probably best for, definitely not for something like that that's quite intricate, but some of the more rounded, simpler shaped leaves, they would work. So I'm going to go ahead and get a whole load cut out because I want to come back and then show you the stitching on the sewing machine. I'll get my sewing machine set up and then we can do the next stage. So yeah, see you in a mo. Hello again. So I'm set up again with my sewing machine. I've gone and cut a whole load of leaves out because, as I said, I want to make a real big batch of autumnal fabric ephemera because we're going to have lots of projects that we can do with these. So what I've gone ahead and done is I like to back them. As I said, I've just backed them with some calico. If you don't mind using the same fabric front and back, you could do that. You could just cut 2 of those, put them together. I just didn't want to use up the nice material on the back because my idea for using these is going to be in junk journals. They're not like the lovely padded quilted ones that you see where they are beautiful fabric front and back and you've got the wadding in the middle. These are just a quick scrap busting leaf project that can be used in our junk journals. So gone ahead and pinned them all on here. Done a couple of ones. I'm just going to do these. It's kind of like a bit of a jigsaw to see which will fit where. But and then I just pin it for the time being. We have one of these down here, and then let's go with some other colours. I did some in this material as well, which I think would be really nice. Let's see, and you go, you'll fit on there. I want to do one of these. I'm not sure where that will fit. Maybe it won't. That would go there. Like so. And then we just want a little something for that top corner. What else have we got? We've got some of this material here. This had those gold circles. I use this for my garden story journal. So we'll have a bit of that on there. Okay. So we've done some already because I know I'm not going to get them all done in the video. So what I like to do is use a straight stitch for this, and I'm just going to be running a stitch all the way down, and then I like to do on these, I did them back again. So I went down and I went back, and then I went in and out, back, up and down. Let's see if you could probably see on the back of that one the rows of stitching just back and forth. This machine is a dressmaking machine, not an embroidery or quilting machine, so it has a few fancy stitches, but they're not very fancy. It's mainly straight or zigzag. I can do buttonholes, obviously for dressmaking I can do that on here, but it's not one of the embroidery style machines, so I don't have a what is it, a free stitch foot or something like that you have, so I'm just doing my version of these. So I'm going to start at the stem and just do a stitch, and then do a back stitch there. Take my pin out, stuff that in there for now. Right down the centre, turn it round, and I'm not too fussed if I go a little wibbly wobbly. That's the start of our leaf. So now I want to come and do all the veins off of it. Let me see which direction. I think I'm going to come down here for these. If you're not confident in doing them, you could draw where you want the veins on with your fabric markers, and then just stitch over them, but I'm quite happy to do a bit of freestyle stitching with this. So the needle's going, let's see, I'm starting in the center. Make sure we get that center. Yeah, there we go. You over there. And then I'm just going to do a couple of little stitches this way, and then I've got to back stitch it. Turn it round. Come back this way. And then back stitch to the middle. And then I'm going to come up a few, and then we're going to I'm going to curve this one, and this is where I find it quite difficult because I've got to curve back on myself. But if you take your time, you can do it. One little stitch at a time. And I'll show you when we're done. So up the middle. And then these will be easy because they're just straight. Okay, so there we go, that's what I've done. A little bit wibbly wobbly. Now some people I've seen will stitch around, and that again I think is if they've got the wadding in between. I'm not going to bother doing that. I'm just going to cut off my threads, top and bottom. And there, okay. Job to see the brown on the black. And then what I'll do, I get my little fabric scissors, is I just cut just slightly inside my design. As I said, I just wanted that bit of extra stability while I was sewing. So that you can't really see it, just enough to give it a bit of strength for stitching. Right, let's make sure I go under this a lot. Where's my scrap? There we go. And that is a lovely leaf, and I just love how each one with the stitching just curls in a different way. I mean, this one really does want to just curl up. Don't they look lovely? So let's see if that's going to focus. Don't think it's going to do a complete focus, but then they're gorgeous. So gorgeous. So let's carry on and stitch all of these. Okay, shall we go down this one? And I'm just using brown thread, my classic Gutermann brown thread that I like to use. That's the number 694. It's a dark brown. Okay. Swing it all the way back round. Okay. Now with some of them the other day I did then come back up a third time and go off so that the needle was still in there, but I just found it easier by doing it this way. And I can cut these threads, they don't get in my way. Where are we? Got them all. Okay. And then we want to do some veins off of here. So we will start with here, I think. Do have to use your sewing machine on this one. I mean, you can do it by hand. There's no reason at all why you couldn't do the stitching by hand. In fact, I'll probably do some of that stitching by hand with some leaves in one of my slow stitching projects, I think. Okay, there we go. Let's cut the threads. As I said, I'm not bothering to stitch all the way around the outside of them. Aren't they lovely? Right, let's just cut that out there. Bring this in so that I can trim it. I mean, you could make them if you're going to decorate your home up for the autumn, not just for junk journaling. But there's another one. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with these leaves. They're just so, I mean, that one wants to curl like that. Aren't they so lovely? I do wish I had some wadding, but I wasn't, as I said, I wasn't going to buy some just for this project. But I think I might see if I can get some from my local haberdashery. They'll have some in there, and just see how much it is. But aren't they gorgeous? They are so gorgeous. We're doing 13 minutes. I'm just trying to see, because I've chopped the video into 3 bits now. Obviously for you guys it's all one, so we're about 25 minutes, half an hour. Let's do some more. Let's do some more. So let's carry on. Let's do this one next. Where's my book on? There it is. I'm using my lovely pink cushion that we made a few weeks back now. That's going to catch, just bear with me. I need to properly flatten that out. There we go. Oh, there we go. That should catch that now. There we go. Okay, so with this one, I think I'm going to do from the centre. Let's do these ones first. Then I'm from the same position, I'm going to do, oh, that one curved really nicely. Okay. There. I don't know if you can get a free motion needle for this sewing machine, because as I said, she's over 25 years old. Well, that's how long I've had her sew, and she probably wasn't the newest model out when I got her. So there we go, there's another leaf. See, these are quick to do. I think what took longest is actually making my little templates, but now we've got them, we can do so many projects. Let's make so many leaves. There we go. Oops. Can't see to cut again. There we go. It's a little fiddly. And then I just want to trim that down. That can go in the scrap. And there's another one. Oh, look how gorgeous that one is. That leaf just wants to curl there, and it just, oh, I love them. Love them, I love them, I love them. Now, I do want to do one of these ones because I'm actually going to stitch all the way around the outside just to see what it looks like with this. So, I'm going to go too close, up slightly. There we go. I think we can take the pin out now. Okay, now we're going to come I'm just going to do it while the needle is still in. I'm going to just do some of these because this is the other way that I was doing it rather than keep taking it out every time. Turn it down, come back down again. Oops, well, I think we're jammed. I think we are bird's nested. Yep, we are. We got caught on. Sorry, I caught the camera there with my hair clip. I think that was why I stopped doing it that way, because it kept jamming up on me. Where are we? Let's cut that thread. Yeah, I don't think I like the stitching around the outside as much with this. Let's caught that a little bit. Right, I'm just going to trim around here now that this is on here. Make it a bit easier. I mean, you can do this, you can cut them out as individually ones to stitch around. Sure. Just wondering. Well, we'll just do some more. Off of it like this. One more little and then off to the side here, and that I think is done. It doesn't look too bad stitched around now that you've got all the leaves, all the veins on it. I don't mind it too much actually. I think it'd be difficult to sew around some of the other shaped ones. So let's trim her up. And very carefully around that bit because I want that lovely frilly bit to stay. You know me and frayed edges. I do like a frayed edge. Okay, and that one's not that bad actually, is it? That's not too bad at all. I do think I would have liked to have gone a bit closer to the edge on there. But I think you get the idea of how to make your lovely, lovely autumnal leaves. They're fairly quick to do. And yeah, I hope you'll give it a go. Whether you're like me and you want to make yourself a batch of templates, just draw around, or if you're good at drawing, then you probably don't need templates. You could just draw onto the back of the material. But yeah, so we're going to be doing several different autumnal themed projects that are going to be similar to this, because I want to get a nice big stash of fabric ephemera that you would use, because I mean obviously we'd have as paper crafters, you'd have elements like this from digital kits and things like that. Well, we're making our own in fabric, so yeah, I think it's going to be good. Get a nice little stash of things going, and then we'll have a big play session where we can decorate tags, journaling cards, pages, all sorts of things up with our lovely leaves. But like we did with the flowers over the summer months, we were making all the different types of flowers, and then I did a mass play session where I showed you different ways that I like to use them. I'm going to be doing the same with autumn themed stuff. So I hope you'll stay tuned for my next fabric adventures. I hope you'll give this a go. I hope it's really given you some inspiration to try these out. Happy crafting everybody, and I will be back in my next video. Take care. Bye.